Right.
rumors that are going
Very
around.
interesting developments over there, Belly. In fact, stay on with us. We have some more information flowing our way. This is a remarkable story which is emerging from Tamil Nadu's political battlefield. Our Sabrinathan, who is the son of Vijay's driver, has secured a very big victory from Virugambakam. Contesting on a TVK ticket, he won by a margin of 27,086 votes. The win is being seen as a powerful example of grassroots rise and the party's message of opportunity beyond traditional political families. So, Belly, obviously, when we look at Tamil Nadu, it's been two families that had been, in fact, ruling the state for a long time, for decades together. And with Vijay, in fact, propping up candidates who are first-time MLAs, first time, in fact, even entering politics. Let's take the example of his driver's son as well. He has won by a margin of 27,000 votes. That's a lot. And that goes on to show how the people are voting for grassroots development, how the people really need a change of face from the two families that they are seeing, and that anybody, regardless of your political background, you can come and you can in fact become an MLA and leader and lead development in the area, Belly.
Absolutely, Shivani. So, going by the profile of these candidates were handpicked by TVK chief Vijay, who was one of his, age-old driver's son, who was kind of well-known in local politics in that particular area. So, Vijay thought it prudent to give him a ticket, and that worked wonders for him. So, to clarify on that, he has also given tickets to auto drivers. And when I spoke to a couple of auto drivers, they told me the story of this particular thing, that the auto charges have not been increased over 10 years in Tamil Nadu, and this is stagnated, while the LPG, PNG, petrol prices have skyrocketed, and still the minimum charge of the auto remains same. So what happens to our lives? So with this candidates coming from the auto driver background and things, so Vijay has given an in charge for changing the lives of all the auto drivers in the state, is what we gather from that particular community of auto drivers whom I spoke to on the previous day of the counting day. So there was a kind of wave that was awaiting in Tamil Nadu that would change the lives of a certain class of people, the community of people like auto drivers, the taxi drivers, and the pushcart vendors, and also the people who are doing catering on roadsides, or the food truck business people. All these people who are kind of solely dependent on their daily businesses. He had touched them we are gathering, and he had designated MLA for working towards the welfare of this particular community. What we, like you pointed out, and they have won their votes only on the face of Vijay, and that is the prime reason why Vijay wants them to want to safeguard all of them, and for the other who might have this.
Absolutely, Belly. In fact, apart from the reason of Vijay being the face of the party, and a lot of people voting for Vijay, no matter the candidate, a lot of people were voting for change. They were looking for people who actually understand their problems. These are people from the grassroots, Belly. These are people who have lived through these problems and who will now be able to make laws that will help solve and get them solutions to the problems that everyday individuals actually face in the state. So I believe that this is the reason also why that a lot of people have supported Vijay because of the choice of the candidates. But Belly, because of the decentralized structure of the TVK, Obviously, a lot of mentorship will also go on, where senior leaders of the party will mentor these first-time MLAs about how they can bring about solutions to the problems that the people are facing in the state.
Absolutely, Shivani. So these are the words of people whom I spoke to, and they say that they're tired of this dynasty politics where the grandmother would earn and his son, the chief minister of the state, and the chief minister would earn and then make son, the deputy chief minister, and the entire family gets to earn the entire and own properties and do businesses throughout the state and make their family stronger, their people around them richer. Their prosperity is the only thing they're worried for, and not the people of Tamil Nadu in general. So this is the kind of an attitude that we found out when we spoke to the common people on the road, on the ground. They were tired of this politics, and they were looking for a change when they got this alternative. We can call this a generational shift, along with people getting tired. The tradition that was going on for quite some in Tamil Nadu, with fight between the AIDMK, DMK forming alliance with certain parties, and the AIDMK forming alliance with certain parties. So people are tired. They want an where party came in picture, and they have the slew of measures wherein they said that they would change the lives of the common people of Tamil Nadu. And one of the persons I spoke to said that we are not looking for a big change, or we are just seeing TVK as a branch that's floating in an ocean. We are that branch. We are sure that it will take us to the land and save us without drowning us. So this is the kind of a message that's coming out of people. When that kind of message clearly indicates that the DMK and the AIDMK was in fact drowning the people of Tamil Nadu.
All right. Thank you so much, Belly, for all those updates on that front. We are now moving forward to some other news which is coming our way.